What's up guys, I am Chase, this is Jujutsu Champloo, and today I'm going to tell you about my experience visiting and training at martial arts schools here in Japan and how when you come here to visit, you can try to hit a school up yourself. About me, I've been training and competing across Japan for the past 15 years. I was an MMA middleweight champion here in Okinawa for a while. I've done a lot of jiu-jitsu competitions, and I've made a point to travel around and see a bunch of different schools and meet a bunch of different people. It's been a great experience. I hit a lot of jiu-jitsu, MMA, kickboxing, and boxing schools while I was here. So I have not been to a lot of traditional schools like judo and karate. So I'm by no means an expert about how to go to all places, but I can tell you from what I've done and how I go about it, right? It's always great to drop into random places. You'd be amazed by the type of people you meet. It might be a retired MMA champion, it might be a retired jiu-jitsu or boxing, kickboxing champion. Or you might just have some up-and-coming fighters that you make friends with, and as you watch them on Instagram, Facebook, their career blows up later on. I've run into really great people along the way. It's always been a really fun experience for me. There's an old Russian boxing champion that I ran into. I'll show you a picture on here. It's been really fun, the type of people I've met along the way and the things I've learned from them about training with them. It's always been really great. I can't speak for everyone's experience. Obviously, there's people who have seen different things, but from everything that I've been to and the several I've been to over the past 15 years, I've never had a bad experience. So just like America, there's a wide variety of gyms here, and a wide variety of styles of gyms and types of people and how they want to train there, right? So it's good to do your research and figure out exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for a place that's very, very traditional, if you're looking for a place that's going to be more relaxed and more, hey, just show up and no-gi and hang out. It just depends on what you want to get, but it's good to do your research ahead of time. I've been to a wide variety of places here, whether it be a place that was a lot of Americans because it's right next to base, or a place that's ran by more Brazilians who moved over here 20, 30 years ago. And I've been to places where it's only a handful of people and it's just a very small place in a strip mall somewhere. Sometimes I'm the only English speaker there, sometimes there's a bunch, but it just depends on where you go. But it's good to research ahead and figure out what you want to get out of the experience, right? So another reason why it's good to do your research ahead is also depends on the kind of pace you want to train at, exactly what you're looking for. Especially I'm over here in Okinawa, it's a very hot location, be a very humid location. I've been to a good handful of gyms, and the mindset and the point there is they're training the next world champions, they're training people who are literally fighting on the world stage. So when you walk in there, the pace might be a little more intense, or they might take advantage of the heat here. It gets hot. So they'll have a really nice AC unit, but they don't turn it on. So when you walk in there, if you're not from a hot climate, you're not from a humid climate, it can be quite a challenge. So if you don't want that kind of pace, it's good to research ahead and figure out if you're looking for something that maybe is a little more relaxed and just chill, right? It's always been a very fun experience, very clean, very well kept, very professionally ran, and it's always been awesome. So just like the States, there's a lot of similarities as far as etiquette goes. You want to go in there, obviously trim your nails, have clean gear, try to show up early enough, make sure you do the warm-ups, make sure you participate, and just be kind to people. Don't go in there, and please don't treat it like a dojo store. Just have fun, and it's a really great opportunity to go in there and network out and just make friends around the world. So a little bit of my process, how I visit a new place. So the best thing to do when you're going to a new place is go ahead and message ahead and try your best to contact people. It's good to not just drop in at random. Over here, you can look at someone's website and you can find their email on there. But I've found more success usually trying to hit people through social media. So they may have an Instagram, they may have a Facebook. Over in Japan, a very popular app is called Line. So there's a Line app, I can show a little logo on here, but the Line app, a lot of them will use that. It's good to go ahead and try your best to contact them ahead of time through that and just be courteous, say, I would like to visit, I'm here for this period of time, what is the best day to drop in, would love to train with you. And a lot of times, because you do that, you'll find out about a certain day that may not have been on the schedule, or you'll figure out what day best accommodates and fits you, right? And a lot of times, if they don't have somebody there who, or a lot of people there who speak English, they might have a student who shows up on that day, just so it's easier to communicate, right? Because I've been to a lot of gyms where I'm the only English speaker there. So it's good. Sometimes they'll have somebody there who can translate, other times maybe not. But even if you can't fully understand what's being said, I've never felt left out or pushed off to the side because of it. It's always been pretty easy to still communicate, still train together, and still have fun, regardless of if you can understand everything that's being said, right? When you get there, it's always best to show up early, especially because in Japan, depending on where you're at, parking is not easy to find sometimes, right? Especially if you're in a bit thicker city, so it's good to show up early just for the sake of trying to figure out where to park at. So if you're not driving, then even easier, public transit, you can just walk in, right? But if you're driving, give yourself time to park, right?
Hey, hell yeah.
And just greet everyone, be courteous, even if you don't understand the language, it's totally fine. They understand that. There may be a few cultural differences there that you don't understand. That's okay. Like, just do your best to be courteous, do your best to just be nice to people, and you're received well. I've had plenty of situations over the years where my Japanese is not great. It's gotten a lot better, but it's not great. So I've had a lot of situations where I didn't exactly understand what to say or how to behave, and just by being nice, it was totally fine. Made lots of friends, great experience. So don't be intimidated if you can't speak the language, that's okay. So just participate in the class and do your best to keep with all the techniques, all the drills and everything like that. I know some places in the States, maybe they'll drill a few times and then kind of like chill out. Over here, people are very well studied, they're very technical. So don't be surprised whenever you may be drilling the same technique over and over and over again. But don't do it 2 or 3 times and just sit off the side. Like, keep going and keep making yourself work through that stuff, and just stay actively in the class and show that respect there. If they have open sparring or anything like that, the way I go about it, because typically in Japan, I'm larger than a lot of people here. I'm not huge, like I'm about 200 pounds, but over in Japan, especially in Okinawa, I can easily have 50 pounds on a lot of people I might train with, right? So because of that, I go in there with the same mindset. I try to let them set the pace. I'm not there to win any championships. I'm not there to try to prove that I'm the toughest person there. That you shouldn't be showing up with that mindset, right? So when I show up, I just try to let them set the pace. If they want to have a faster pace round, great, do that with them. If they want to have something more chill and more technical, then do that with them. But the point should be to go there and make friends and network out, and not to go there to try to just beat everyone you train with, right? Every so often I run into a gym where there's a few larger people there, and they don't see a lot of larger people coming, especially foreigners, larger foreigners come in and train with them, so they will want to train with you. So when you go in there, don't be surprised if you're 6 foot, 200 plus. If a larger person sees you and they immediately lock eyes, like, hey, like, we're training. It's usually a pretty funny interaction, and I've always had that happen when you walk in there. There's a larger person training there, and they see you, they will want to train. Make sure you introduce yourself to people and go ahead and let them know what you're doing there. You'll be surprised the number of people who might want to, share contacts on Facebook, or people who want to take you to places and hang out, stuff like that. We've had a lot of great experiences just going into places, and then afterwards people want to go to dinner and hang out. So you might as well, if you're in the area, try to get the most local experience you can. So if you want to try to communicate with people more, there are some good apps for it. I use DeepL is one of them. I can show a little logo on here, but DeepL is a great app. It helps out a lot. Like I said, my Japanese is decent, but it's not phenomenal by any means. So there are a lot of apps that help out with it, and just be outgoing. Try your best to just talk to people. And for a lot of you may only come to Japan one time in your life, so might as well make the best of that effort. Drop into a place. Don't be afraid to just make friends and talk to people, right? Make sure that at the end of the class, don't be surprised. Everybody always pitches in and cleans up together. So make sure that, even though you may not understand 100% what's going on, if you see people grabbing brooms, offer to grab one. And they may tell you, no, it's okay, you're the guest, but at least offer. At least say, hey, I would love to help a clean up. And make sure at the end, people love to take pictures, they love to exchange info and whatnot. So take pictures with everybody. So try to get a team picture, tell everybody thank you. Try your best to give people your contact info. And again, people might want to invite you out. You might want to go and grab dinner with everybody, which is always a great experience. But then after that, the best thing to do, I'll share my stuff on Facebook or wherever social media, and then tag the gym if you want to try to find more people. But a lot of times, like Instagram, whatever, I've had random people from the gym also hit me up and say, oh, hey, yeah, I'll be in the area and stuff like that, and they might want to train with you, or might want to train again in the States. So if you want to make contacts or network, it's easy to do, and it's just being outgoing, which is terrible for me because I am socially awkward. But be outgoing, talk to people, and just enjoy the experience. Now that I have more time, I want to document all my travels and things I'm doing here, and show more gyms and show what it's like to train and be here as an American in Japan, just fighting and training across the country. So please like and follow, go ahead and watch everything that I share along the way. If you have any places that you want to see or things you want to suggest or people you may know, let me know. Hit me up in the comments, let me know. I'd love to drop in and train with more people and just see as much of Japan, train as much of Japan as possible, and share as much as I can with all of you.